Oh, I sounded so posh then. Oh my god.
Is it nice?
That was really nice. Hello and thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my 12 looks of Christmas series. Today is look number 2 and this is the makeup look that I've created. This is a matte makeup look with a little pop of Christmas. I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. I just wanted to do something really matte and neutral on the top but add some kind of pop of Christmas somewhere. It is Christmas, it is December after all. We need some kind of traditional Christmas colour with this. I was just going to do like a shimmer but then I thought no, I'm going to do a colour and I went with red. I went all in. So if you want to see how I created this makeup look then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off as always with prepping the eyes first. Today I don't need to tie my hair back or clip my hair back because I already have it up. Trying a new style. I saw this ponytail on someone. Oh, I sounded so posh then. I saw this ponytail. I've been watching too much of The Crown, clearly. I saw somebody's, a picture of someone's hair and I was like, oh god, that looks amazing. I don't feel like I've done it as slick as hers, but it's my first attempt. This brush is not right. That's the one I want. Yeah, I saw this ponytail and I was like, oh, I want to try that out. And I'm just prepping the eye with a P. Louise base. As usual, shade 2. Now that the eye area is all prepped, we can move on to shadows. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using, well, I'm going to be starting off with the LA Splash Magic Palette. This is the one that I got in my November glossy box. I've tried this out already. I love this palette, so that's what I'm going to start off with. And I'm going to take it on this Spectrum brush, which I also got in my November glossy box. And I'm going to start blending that out. I haven't actually used this brush yet, so I'm excited to be trying it out. Feels soft, it's blending well. I would say that this is definitely perfect for this area of the eye. Just putting some colour on and blending it out. And just the same on the other eye. Okay, now that is all down, I'm going to go in with a crease colour. The crease colour I'm going to use is this one here. We've just used this shade here, so I'm going to go in with this one. So for putting that into the crease, I'm using the Morphe JH33 brush, and I'm just putting that into the dark brown. And I'm going to start putting that on the crease area and focusing it on the outer corner because we're going to have a very light matte colour on the inner bit. And we are going to use the P. Louise base to make sure we can get that bright enough. But this darker colour, I'm just concentrating in the outer corner. So this is going to be a matte look on the eye, but with a Christmas twist. So I'm just working that into the crease in the outer edge. I am going to pull this all the way out, but we can focus on that a little bit later, especially once we have done the foundation and the concealer and stuff, then we'll go over later. So I've just zoomed you in a bit, hopefully you can see a little bit better. Don't know why I didn't do that before. And then I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush and just dip it into that first colour and use that to help blend the edges of the brown. And we're going to do the other eye. So the next shade we're going to take for the eye is this shade here, and this is a really light shade, so it's sort of like a bone shade. But before I do that, we obviously want that to be picked up really nice, so I'm just going to go back over with some of the P. Louise base. So I'm just bringing that base to meet where we stopped doing the brown, and then we're going to blend later on. So we're going to leave it like that. As you can see, I've come to about halfway with the base, and I've just patted it down to make sure that it's dry. Now I'm going to take one of my all-time favourite brushes ever, and that is the Urban Decay brush, and this is the one that comes with the you know, a naked palettes. I love this so much. So I'm just dipping that into selenite, the really light shade, and just pressing it over where we've just put the base. I'm not dragging, I'm literally patting and pressing the shadow in. And then to blend those two together, because at the minute we've got a little bit of a harsh line, we're going to use the first colour that we used. So that is this really light orangey brown shade, and I'm just going to tap between the two. As you can see, I'm just tapping. I'm not smudging or blending like this with this kind of motion. I'm literally tapping. This is how you're going to get a really nice blend between the two colours. As you can see, it's already starting to blend together really nicely. It doesn't take much work. Do it really light-handed. like really light-handed, like literally just tickling your eyelid. I've not put a lot on the brush either. We literally put a tiny bit on to make that all blend together really nicely. So as you can see, we've got a really nice blend between those shadows now. I'm also going to use this palette for eyeliner, so I'm just going to take the matte black shade and I'm just putting it onto the JH42 brush from Morphe, and I'm literally just going to do like a smudgy liner. So this is on the outer edge and into about the middle of the eye. So this isn't actually doing a liner as such, it's just creating a little bit of a base for the lashes to sit on. So now we're going to move on to lashes. So for lashes, we're going to be using some more Glam with Jo lashes, but this is a different style. This is in style Spice. I've been really excited to try this out, and I feel like this is a perfect look for these to go with. Take them out of the packet and measure them up. Always make sure that you're measuring your lashes and trim a little bit off if you need to. That's usually when they end up poking you in your corners. They're too long. And always trim from the outer edge, just because you don't want to lose the inner wispiness that comes on the inner corner. I love this lash. I love the way that it's so much more fuller on the outer edge. I feel like it's really flattering and it really suits this look as well, which I'm really happy about. Those lashes are on and I am obsessed. I love these so much. I feel like they really suit this look. Again, I will leave the link to these lashes down in the description box as well if you do want to take a look at these.
Try some of my milkshake.
Oh yeah, go on then.
I kind of ate all the cookie dough.
You've actually eaten it all without giving me any.
As I went to Mum, I went, should I ring her? She went, no, she's filming.
Why is nothing coming out?
I don't know, Mum said she couldn't get out either.
There's brownie in it.
Come on, I've not had some of that yet.
Oh my god.
Is it nice?
That is really nice. How good? Was your cookie dough nice?
Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't save me any.
I was going to ring you, Mum said not to.
So that is it for the eyes for now. We're going to come back with the pop of colour later on and just carry on to the face now. So I'm going to go in with some primer now. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. Oh, that just squirted everywhere. Just going to rub that on with my fingers because we're doing a matte look. We want nice and matte. We want a nice matte base. So I'm going to go in with a mattifying foundation, and that is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in 220. And I'm going to apply it with a large fluffy brush. Love this foundation. So now that foundation's on, we're going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to use two. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm just going to put that under the eye and stretching it right out to the hairline. This is going to make your face look super snatched. I love this trick. This is just game changing basically. And then just going to take a little bit of the Barry M All Night Long concealer and dab a couple of little dots. I love how brightening this concealer is. So just going to apply them together and use our ring fingers to blend. This is going to blend out the initial bit, and then we will use the brush to make sure everything is nice and blended. Now of course we're going to contour, and we're going to use the Makeup Revolution foundation stick in F13, and I'm just going to apply this with this Real Techniques brush and get that all nice and bronzy. Now we're just going to blend that out because obviously it looks a bit crazy at the minute. And then just use the brush that I used for my foundation to go over everything and make sure everything is nice and blended. Now we're going to get some powder on our under eye to bake it. We want this to look really mattified, but we don't want any creasing. So I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Butter Powder. I used this in yesterday's tutorial and I'm going to use it again. I love it. I will use something different tomorrow. I promise you I'm not going to use the same makeup products throughout all of these 12 makeup tutorials. So just applying that to the under eye with a powder puff. Just applying like this and dragging it out to the hairline. And then under the cheekbones. So now that is on, we're just going to carry on with the other parts of the makeup and we'll come back and wipe that off. So for my little pop of Christmas, I'm going to use red on my under eyes. So I'm going to take the Mama Mitchell and Beauty Bay palette and take Mama Mad. What a mouthful. And I'm just going to take this on a really small detail brush, tap off the excess and apply that on the under eye. to brows, and you're probably going to guess what I'm going to use because I always use the same thing. The e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Cannot get enough of it. Best brow product ever. And then I'm going to fill them in. That is the brows done. So we probably left that baking for enough time now. So I'm just going to wipe it away with my Real Techniques brush. Use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. This is in shade Fair, and we're just going to wipe that away. I'm just going to leave the bit on my cheekbones a little bit longer. We don't need to get rid of that just yet. Now we're going to bronze. So I'm using the Morphe Filter Effect powder, and this is in shade 10, and my Real Techniques brush, and we are just going to bronze up. Basically over everywhere we have just done the contour. Now for blush, I'm going to take my Zoeva Coral Spectrum palette, and I'm just going to take a mixture of the shades and give myself a little smile and apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And then now we can wipe away that under our cheekbones, and we're going to be left with nice chiseled cheeks. Now I feel powdery as hell, so we're going to get some spray on. I'm running out of, and I don't think they do it anymore, but this is the Primark Sunset Beam Coconut Priming Water, and I'm just going to spray that all over. It's like holiday in a bottle. So I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. 3-in-1. I'm going to apply that onto my natural lashes to help blend them with the false lashes, and also the bottom lashes. Now, as this is a super matte look, we're not going to apply any highlighter today, so I'm just going to move straight onto lips. And to line my lips, I'm going to use a NYX lip pencil, and this is in shade brown. I love this pencil. And now for lipstick, I'm going to take a Sephora lipstick, and this is in shade Tan Lines. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get this in the UK. But I'll see if I can link a dupe down below. And then I'm just going to give myself another quick spray. And there we have the finished look. I'm really pleased with how the look turned out. I love it, and I hope that you enjoyed it and you like the look too. So if you want to see some more makeup tutorials, we have 10 more looks of Christmas coming on this series. Look number 3 will be going up tomorrow at the same time, and I'm really excited. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Demi-Lee Burns, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you here again soon. Bye!